Bismillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. So we will start React inshallah. Okay, so I'll be teaching you inshallah everything from scratch. So what we'll do now is let's first okay, let me create a new folder. Here, learn React, and I'm going to open this in VS Code. Okay. Type. So if you want to create a new React project, right, first you need Node.js, okay? You have to be installed Node.js, okay? Type, and I guess you have already installed Node.js, right, before as well. Yeah. So you need Node.js to run a React project, okay? So what we'll do is, first I have to set that up, right? So I have to create a new React project. For that, you have to use this npx create React app and the app name, okay? Okay, learner app. So npx create React app learner app, okay? So there's another command called npm, right? Npm, right? Npm run start, npm install, right? Likewise, npm. Likewise, there's another command called npx, okay? Type. So there's a slight difference between npx and npm. For the time being, you don't have to worry about that. So just memorize this, okay? So whenever you want to start a new React project, you just say, you just come to the command line and say run npx create React app. Okay, this is a package actually. You have a lot of npm packages, right? Like Webpack, React. By the way, let me just show you that npm registry. So there's something called as npm registry, okay? And this is where you can find all the JavaScript packages, okay? So this is like a place where this is a public place, public platform where all the packages are uploaded, okay? For example, if you are going to install new library, right? Let's say Webpack. What do you say? npm install Webpack, right? Or if you're going to use Lodash, what do you say? npm install Lodash, right? So where are you downloading that? From this website, okay? npmjs.com. For example, if I just say search for Lodash, you see we have the Lodash here, okay? This is the command that we run, right? npm I or npm install Lodash, which will download this library from this website, okay? And you can see all the details about that particular package, okay? Like the number of weekly downloads, the current version, the latest version, and the size of that package, and everything. And you can also look at the repository if you want. So here you have the GitHub repository, right? So if you click on that, you can see the source code for the Lodash library, okay? Here. This is an open source project, okay? That's why you are able to see the source code. So do you understand? Yes. Like, see, what the first point here is that npm is a place where you can find all these packages, okay? And whenever you run this command, right, npm install, npm, you are downloading that from this website only, okay? Type. That's the first thing. Now we have something called create React app. So what's this create React app? This is also another package. So if I search here, create React app, see? This is also another npm package, okay, or another JavaScript library, okay? Type. And I am using that, okay? npx means it's like I'm going to use this for one time, okay? I'm not going to download that, rather I'm just going to use it for one time. npx means np execute, okay? Type. So what I'm saying is that I'm just going to use this library for one time. I'm not going to download that, okay? I'm going to use it for one time to create a new app called learner app, okay? So what this will do is that it will use the create React app library to create a new React app for me, okay? So you just have to run this only once actually. So whenever you want to start a React project, you just have to do this. And by the way, there are other ways as well, okay, like as you can see the number of weekly downloads, if you see it's only around 167k, okay, because there are other ways as well, okay. So for Create React app, this is the number of weekly downloads. So what is the number of weekly downloads for React? You have React, right? So React is also an npm package, right? So if you look at React, the number of weekly downloads is how much? It's 19k, right? Sorry, 19 million, right? So 19 million, but for Create React app, it's only 167,000. That means that there are other ways of running React as well. There are other ways to create a React project, okay? So by the way, for the time being, for beginners, right, just keep this in mind. You can use this package to create a new React app. So when you say npx create React app, it means that we are going to use this package, create React app package, to create a new app for me. Okay, so you can give any name here. Okay, whatever name that you want to give, just give there and click on enter. Okay. So what will happen is it will try to set the app for you. Okay. Yes. Okay, and it will just take some time. So you don't. We'll just discuss about something else. Okay, until that time, until it's being installed. Lot of libraries are there, Akhi. Like you will come to know about it when you keep on proceeding in this field, inshallah. Okay. You'll naturally come to know about. Huh? What? Yeah. So you will come to know. No problem. Yeah, you will come to know automatically the different libraries and popular ones. For time being, it's enough. Okay, just you have to know that npm is a place where you can upload all the, like for example, if you're creating a new package, okay. Okay, if you're writing a new library and if you want people to download your library using npm, then you have to upload this to npm. Okay, so this npm is a place where you can find the JavaScript libraries. Okay, just keep that in mind. Likewise, for different programming languages, you have different platforms. For example, if you go for Python, right, I think there's a Python libraries. There's a platform for Python as well. Python to be bit, okay. There's something called as pip. Yeah, pip. Yeah, you have something called as pip. Okay, see, we have npm, right? What we say, npm install library name, right? Likewise, if you're using in Python, right, you will say pip install library name. Okay, so pip is a platform where you can find the Python libraries. Okay. It's the same, essentially, right? Framework, it has a lot of inbuilt and pre-written code and functions which you can use. Libraries often it's like a very small thing, okay. It's not a big thing, but if you see framework, right, it's a very huge set of stuff. You can think like that. For starters, you can just imagine library is something small, and framework is something very big, okay. But essentially they are the same, inherently they are the same. What we are doing is, let's say for example, if you are using a React framework, what we are doing is, we are using a lot of features that React gives, right? Like the use state, use effect, and we are able to use the component JSX and all these things, right? So it gives you a lot of features, you are using it, okay? So we say it's a framework. But there's not a much big difference, they're essentially the same, inherently they're the same, okay? If you want to learn more about this kind of stuff, you can go and ask ChatGPT. Inshallah, it will give you a very good answer. So right now, if you see, it is taking quite some time. Okay, and I think that is why people have stopped using it. There's a new technology for this. I think there's something else for white. I don't know about this, but you see, there's something else white. Okay. Next generation front-end tooling. Okay. So you can use this to set up a React project actually. But the reason why we are not doing this now is because I don't know about this. Like I have not used this before, so I don't want to like start doing it right now. Like go and read the documentation and try now. That may waste a lot of time actually, because I may get stuck in something. So that's why I'm taking the path which I already know actually. Okay. But this is much faster actually. Just keep that in mind. Okay. If you use White to install React projects, it will be much faster. Okay. By the way, why are you so silent? It seems like you're not understanding anything. Abdullah, you're understanding right? Then, huh? Yeah. It's a library, yeah. Okay. You see, there's a new folder here, Learner app. And like it's not complete yet, it's still running, but you'll see. So that's one thing, and you have ChatGPT here. Okay, this is pip. This is npm. Okay. I think it's going to be complete. So what Create React App does is that it sets the project up for you. Okay, it does a lot of things for you. So now it is installing template dependencies using npm. Okay, you see here. You see, for example, you have a Git repository, right? You see a .git ignore file, which means that this is a Git repository. Okay, so it has initialized a Git repository for you, and it's also added some. Some things into Git ignore file, okay? Because these are things that we don't want to include in the Git repository, right? Like for example, node modules folder, right, which we discussed before, right? We don't want to include this in our GitHub repository. We don't want to upload this to GitHub because this can be downloaded, right? If you run npm install, whatever dependency that is listed in this file will be downloaded. So there's no need to put this thing inside, like upload this thing to GitHub, okay? It's unnecessary. Type. That's why we have git ignore that, okay? If you look into this file, we have node module that is git ignore. There are also other files as well, okay? Other files and folders which should not be put into the GitHub repository, okay? Likewise, we have the build file. So when your project is complete, right, and you generate the production bundle, we spoke about this, right? What is the difference between production bundle and development thing? Yeah, when you complete the project and when you want to like share that with the other users, right, with the common people, then you will use a production bundle, okay? So when you generate the production bundle, right, it will be here, right? It will be in a folder called dash build. In our previous project, it was under dash dist, right? But in this case, it will be inside dash build, okay? That is why it is like this. So we don't want to upload that to GitHub as well, okay? And likewise, there are other things, okay, inshallah. So we'll cover like what is env files later. But what I'm saying is that if you can see, it has set up something for you, right? You have a package.json file, and like you have some scripts as well, right? npm start script, there's a start script, there's a build script as well. Okay, there are some dependencies, right, which is already installed for you. And you can see there's a src folder, right? If you see there, you have this index.js file. So the thing is, there is some setup made for you, right? That is what Create React App does, okay? Like you don't have to do all these things from scratch. You just run the npx create react app command. It will do all these things for you, okay? And you just have to do what? Just come and start the server, npm run start. That's a start script, right? See? Start script is there, which will start for you. So what does it say? It says no such file or directory, okay? Because the reason is because I'm inside this folder, okay? Desktop learn React, but I can only run npm npm run start inside this folder, learner app folder. See, there's a folder called learn React. Inside there, there's another folder called learner app. This is a React project, okay? So I can't run npm run start in this level, it will fail, okay? So I have to go inside that folder and then run, okay. So what I should do, I should say cd loader up. You understand this command, right? You know what this means, right? Yeah, this is used to change the directory actually. So right now I'm in this level, right? I'm in this directory, in this folder. If I want to go inside this folder, right, I can use the cd command, which means change directory, okay. So this will take me inside that directory, okay. So now I'm inside that directory. Now I will just run npm run start. So this will start the, by the way, actually there is no current now. The charge is also 14% only. It can stay until 8%, okay. After that it will, the PC will go off. Let's see, inshallah the current comes before that. Yeah, power, yeah. So now what's happening is the server is starting away, the development server is getting started, okay. So any question do you have currently? Oh, it started actually, your phone, it's already started, okay, it's complete now. See, in localhost 3000 I am seeing this React app, okay. This is something that they already set up for you initially. So if you go to that app.js file, right, you have some code here, right. This is what is responsible for what you're seeing here. You also have some CSS file here, okay. App.css, some styling is there, initial styles, okay. So I can now delete this, okay, because this is not needed for me. And by the way, should I explain this structure for you, like the different files? I already did that, right, during the last classes, the entire workflow. No, I don't know, because these are like, we don't have to worry about that, because maybe, I don't know, wallahi. Like some of the files, right, you will never have to know what they are actually. That they have some purpose, I know, maybe some advanced thing, but generally you can ignore that, okay, no problem. You can just ignore that, okay. Yeah. So the thing that we want to see here is, if you see here, we have one in the public folder, right. There is one index.html file, okay. And this is the file that will be loaded, okay. When you go to localhost 3000, actually what happens is you are going to like render this HTML file only, okay. And if you see in that file, everything is empty actually, like everything is empty, except that there is only one division there with an ID called root, okay. Just note that, that's one thing. And the second thing is there is a script actually, which you have body, title React, okay, manifest, okay. Actually here there is no script tag actually, but I think that will be automatically injected, okay. The setup, it slightly differs, okay, because yesterday we were using some online platform, right. There the script was here actually, right. That script tag was inside this HTML file, right. Yeah. So only source folders matters actually. We'll be only working on that. But just to explain the flow, right, how things are getting connected, right. So what I'm saying is, we have an empty HTML file there, and you have a root, okay. There's a division called root ID, okay. So what happens is, and if you look at the src folder, right, there is one index.js file, okay. And inside this JS file, yeah. Okay. So what happens is that and also we will be executing this index.js file, okay. This file will be executed, and if you see in this file, what we are doing is we are rendering our app component. See, I am bringing, this is my app component, right, app.js, this is my React component, right. I am bringing my React component and I am rendering that here, okay. So that is why I'm able to see whatever I have written here, the screen, because I'm rendering that here. Okay, Tayyib. So that's how it works. You just keep that in mind and don't worry about the other things. Okay, it's very simple actually. And if you see inside, if you see there, right, what we are doing is we are querying for that element. Okay, that particular root element. Okay, I am querying for that empty division, and inside that only I am going to render this. My entire app is going to be inside that only. That is why if you inspect that, right, like for example, let me just add manually some other thing here. Okay, so this is another division. Okay, so I am saving that, and if you inspect now, okay, if you go to the elements, right, you can see there's a division called root. Okay, inside that only the entire thing that you see on the screen, right, is inside this division only. Okay, but there's another division called here, this is another division. Okay, so what I'm saying is that your entire React app will be inside this division only. Okay, that is loaded actually, it is here, see, it is here. Okay, see, it's in the bottom, it's there. It is here, Akhi. It's very small, I guess. So the point, Akhi, so the main thing is that the simple thing is that, Akhi, the entire thing will be inside this root app only. Okay, that's what you should. So the root division only. This is what you should be. That's the takeaway point. So in the index.js file, what we do is we query for that division, and inside that division, I'm going to render my app. Okay, it's simple as that. Now here I can define my app inside here. Okay, so whatever I want to do, I can do here. So I can even create a separate component, and I can bring them here. So from now, from here, the normal stuff will happen. Okay, so the main thing is you will be only working on this app.js file, and generally you will also have a components folder. Okay, so there's a folder called components. So here you will be defining all your sub components. Okay, this will be a base component, and here you will be defining all your sub components. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this thing, this boilerplate. Okay, so nothing is there. Okay, because I deleted that. So what I'm going to do is inside my components folder, I'm going to create a new file called greetings. Okay, greetings.js. So RFACE. Okay, greetings. Okay, JSX is not a big difference. Akhi. JSX means you will be using JSX here. It's just a convention. Akhi. If you say JSX, it is much better because we are using JSX here, right? But JS also will work. It's not a big deal. Okay. So there's a greetings component which will say Assalamu alaikum. Okay. And by the way, Akhi, only 9% is there, Akhi. So what shall I do now? Okay, we'll do one thing. Okay, we'll continue because I have to save the recording now. Otherwise, it may get lost. Okay, so I'm going to drop off now. We'll see tomorrow. Okay, inshallah. Okay, assalamu alaikum.